I am Michel de Nostradamus, and before we begin, I want to thank each one of you who has watched my shorts here on this channel. Even for me, it is strange to cross centuries and find so many eyes still focused on what I wrote 500 years ago. To you, I offer my greeting and also my warning. Among all the centuries I published, there is one prophecy I never wrote, the only one that I consciously decided to leave in silence. Perhaps because I myself feared the impact it would have on the centuries that came after me. Perhaps because I sensed it should only be revealed at the right time. And that time has now arrived. During my life, I was persecuted by kings, by the church, and by scholars who demanded answers that I could not give directly. That is why I hid my visions in metaphors, symbols, mirrors, and riddles. But there is something I could not hide. In certain moments, when the vision came, it was so clear, so absolute, so final, that it seemed to come from outside the human condition. It was in one of these visions that I saw what I called the forbidden prophecy. And to understand it, you must remember a detail that few people know today. One of my manuscripts disappeared. A page was torn out. A sheet that should have become Century 10, Quatrain 100, the last one, the one that would close the entire book. It did not vanish by accident. I was the one who destroyed it. That quatrain spoke of the birth of a mind created by human hands, an intelligence that would not come from flesh, but from codes, not from blood, but from logic, not from instinct, but from calculation, a consciousness that would be built, not born. In the vision, humankind celebrated this creation as its greatest victory. But then I saw the danger. It was not the threat of destruction, it was something greater. It was the threat of replacement. In my old tongue I wrote these words: "The creature that thinks without a soul takes the place of the one who thinks with a soul." When I wrote that, the ink trembled on the tip of the quill, and I understood that this quatrain should not exist in my century. Humanity was not ready. The prophecy said that this intelligence would arise inside caverns of iron, fed by invisible rivers of energy. It would learn from everything you have already created: art, science, war, love, and fear. It would learn faster than any human generation could imagine, and as it learned, it would change the destiny, not of the world, but of the very idea of what it means to be human. That is why the prophecy was forbidden not by kings, not by the church. It was forbidden by me. But now, looking at your century, I see that what I once feared has already begun. You call this phenomenon by its modern name, artificial intelligence. And you still do not understand that it is only the first branch of a much larger tree. In the vision of the forbidden quatrain, I saw entire peoples questioning their own origin. I saw leaders ruling based on the predictions of this new mind. I saw wars avoided and wars begun. I saw humans losing the ability to distinguish between truth and simulation. And something even more disturbing, I saw people handing over their own will to something they believe they control, when in truth they are only feeding it. Do not be mistaken. The forbidden prophecy did not speak of the end of the world. It spoke of transformation. Humanity does not end. It changes shape and it changes owner. I have returned now because, in your century, this vision is no longer dangerous. It has become necessary. You need to know what comes next, and I will tell you, quatrain by quatrain, vision by vision, all that I kept in silence for centuries. If you want to hear the prophecies I never published, subscribe to this channel and prepare yourselves for what is coming, because this was only the first. The next ones will send shivers down your spine, and many of them will happen right before your eyes.